Have you ever noticed something strange and honestly frustrating? You can speak calmly. You can be polite. You can even be right. And yet, some people still talk over you. They dismiss what you say. They treat your words like they carry no weight at all. Meanwhile, the loudest person in the room, the one interrupting, posturing, and dominating, somehow gets all the attention. Most people are taught that respect comes from volume, from winning arguments, from proving others wrong. But Stoicism teaches something very different. Real power doesn't live in noise. It lives in calm precision, in words that land because you're not desperate to be heard. Today, I'll share 5 Stoic phrases that instantly command respect, without aggression, without shouting, and without losing your dignity. And stay with me until phrase number 3, because it's the fastest way to shut down a heated moment without escalating it. Once you use it, you'll feel the shift immediately. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Respect is not something you demand. It's something you demonstrate through self-control, boundaries, and how you carry yourself when others lose theirs. Let's begin. Phrase 1. I understand your point, but I disagree. This sentence is calm, but it is not weak. Most conflicts don't fall apart because of facts. They fall apart because of ego. The moment someone feels dismissed, misunderstood, or attacked, their brain shifts into defense mode. They stop listening. They start fighting. When you say, "I understand your point," you disarm that reaction. You signal 3 powerful things at once. You listened, you re-secure, you not threatened. Then comes the line that matters most. But I disagree. No insults, no apology, no over-explaining, just a boundary. This phrase tells people, I respect you, but I'm not surrendering myself. Example, you're in a meeting. Someone confidently pushes an idea you know will fail. Most people freeze, others explode. But you stay composed and say, I understand your point, but I disagree. Your tone stays level. Your posture stays relaxed. And something interesting happens. The room shifts. People lean in, not because you are loud, but because you are grounded. That is quiet authority. Phrase 2. I don't find that appropriate. Only 5 words. But they can stop disrespect instantly. Most people, when someone crosses a line, do one of 3 things. They laugh nervously, they stay silent, they play along to avoid tension, and without realizing it, they teach others, you can treat me this way. This phrase does the opposite. It doesn't argue. It doesn't insult. It doesn't explain. It simply draws a line. Example, you're at dinner. Someone makes an offensive joke and looks around for approval. You pause. You breathe. You look them in the eye and say, I don't find that appropriate. No drama. No speech. Just dignity. Here's the hidden power of this phrase. When you say it, you often give others permission to feel what they were too uncomfortable to say out loud. Respect spreads quietly, but it spreads fast. Phrase 3. Let's talk when we can do so respectfully. This is the Stoic way to refuse chaos without running from it. There's a moment when a conversation stops being a conversation. Voices rise. Interruptions start. Words turn into weapons. Most people make one of 2 mistakes. They either match the aggression, or they retreat, feeling powerless. This phrase creates a third option. Control without conflict. You don't say it angrily. You don't say it as a threat. You say it like a law. Let's talk when we can do so respectfully. Then you stop talking. That silence is not weakness. That silence is the message. Example, a coworker talks over you, tries to dominate the room, pushes for reaction. You don't compete. You don't raise your voice. You pause and say, let's talk when we can do so respectfully. Then you disengage. You've just refused to play on their terms. And people notice. Phrase 4. I prefer not to continue this conversation. This phrase protects your most valuable resource, your energy. Not every debate deserves your attention. Not every argument is meant to be won. Some people argue to understand. Others argue to exhaust you. Stoicism calls this wisdom. Protect your peace. This phrase closes the door without slamming it. No insults. No explanations. No emotional justification. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. That's it. Example. Someone keeps provoking you, repeating the same points, trying to pull you into emotional chaos. You recognize the trap. You step back and say, I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. And you leave calm, intact, unbothered. Walking away from disrespect is not losing. It's refusing to waste your life on noise. Phrase 5. That's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. This phrase protects your independence. In today's world, everyone has advice about how you should live, think, work, love, or succeed. Most people respond in two ways. They argue endlessly, or they pretend to agree to keep peace. The Stoic path is different. You can respect someone without surrendering yourself. This phrase is firm without being hostile, polite without being submissive. Example, a family member pressures you to live their way. A colleague insists their method is the only right one. You don't debate point by point. You don't apologize for being different. You calmly say, that's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. And you remain steady. That steadiness is what people respect. Why these phrases work? Each of these phrases shares 3 Stoic qualities. They separate emotion from reaction. They set boundaries without aggression. They come from self-respect. And here is the paradox. The less you chase respect, the more people feel it. Because people can sense when your calm is real. They can sense when you're not performing. They can sense when you're not afraid. Respect is not forced. It's earned through character. And character is built in small moments. When you hold your ground without yelling, when you set a boundary without bitterness, when you refuse to trade dignity for approval. Choose one phrase this week. Use it once not to win, but to become unshakable. Because the strongest person in the room is rarely the loudest. It's the one who can stay calm and still be firm. That is Stoic power. And that is what we build here.